I just want it to feel worn in. I want it to feel like it's been my bass for a long time, even out of the box. And I know this bass, it feels that way. The neck just feels so good. It's a wider neck than most. It's a C-shaped 1954 neck, but it just feels so good. The way they fretted it, there's no sharp edges, nothing. And it just feels so good with these flat wound strings that they put on here. Just nice and smooth. Reminds me from my upright bass playing days. Out of the box, I had to make a few minor adjustments, which were just preference. I had to take the action a bit lower, because I like my strings a little closer to the fretboard. I had to adjust the pickup here, which is pretty hot for the G string on the bottom here. So I had to adjust that down a bit. But aside from that, as far as the action, the intonation was great. Everything else was great. Good action. So with good action, I mean, it's just the way the strings feel on the fretboard. So a lot of people like their action high. There's some players out there that like their strings higher up on the fretboard. A little harder to get down in it and really dig into the string. For me, I like them a little lower. I traditionally play a 5-string Fender Jazz bass, and then there's a lot of funk stuff that you play, so my action, I like it a lot lower, and I'm used to that. So again, it's just preference. This is modeled after the 1954 Precision Bass. Everything is pretty much original to what they did back in the 1954. Very simple. It's very simple controls. There's a volume knob and a tone, and the tone all the way down, you get somewhat of a just a muted, kind of a muted type of top tone. You turn it up and the brightness, I mean, you start getting it real bright. Here's on the 1. Here's kind of in the middle. And then here's all the way bright. So definitely different rock, a lot of punk rock. You want to hear the high end notes, the treble, so sometimes you'll hear that on the higher end. If you playing 50s music, again, like this bass was made in the 50s. I mean, a lot of it was jazz stuff, a lot of it was like early rock and roll stuff. It's a little more scaled back as far as the treble is concerned. It's pretty versatile for just being one tone knob. I would definitely use this to play a few things at my church. One song that kind of jumped out on me that I would like to use this for is my church has a song called Passion. It's bass driven. It starts out with bass. The way this sounds, and as a P bass, it has a certain unique sound different than the jazz bass. It just kind of fits that criteria for me. So I would definitely use it for that song. I know a lot of gospel type bass players love their jazz basses. This is more of a rock type bass, punk rock. It has the whole look, rock and roll type of look. You know, the jazz bass was built for a unique type of sound, you know, funk, R&B, soul, that type of thing.